Blast me to Bermuda! It's time for the Mad Merlins unboxing of Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm, The Crimson Court by Games Workshop for the Warhammer Underworlds game system. Hello and welcome to another Mad Merlins unboxing. Today we're going to take a look at the Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm Crimson Court expansion for the Warhammer Underworlds system. So, you can see on the box we have easy to build warband models. We have a collection of cards to construct your decks. And we have Battle Your Rivals. So you do require a copy of the Underworlds core set in order to play this. So on the back we have the Crimson Court. So the Crimson Court bring the Soul Blight curse to Direchasm. Upgrade Warhammer Underworlds with the Crimson Court expansion, containing the Crimson Court warband and 62 unique cards to enhance your fighters. This pack provides new tactics and challenges to Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm. It does include 4 easy build miniatures by Citadel. So this is the actual size, the Prince Duval. Supplied unpainted, but that is such a beautiful paint scheme. Nice red armor, dark grey, almost black on the cloak. It's really imposing. So the contents: 4 fighters, 4 fighter cards, 32 Crimson Court and 30 Universal upgrade cards for containing ploy, spell and objectives. And here we have a better view of all our models. There's nice variety there. We've got a nice female vampire there with dual blades. A nice bruiser style character with a giant mace. And then we have a corrupted guy with wings sprouting from his back. It's like the vampire curses totally took over him. So it's set in the realms of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, produced by Warhammer and Citadel Miniatures, and is made in the UK. So I had to go quickly research this. I forgot to look up the price before I started. The RRP is £25. I picked this up at my local gaming store, which is Bridge Troll Hobbies, where I paid £22.50 for it. And so let's sink our teeth into this beautiful set. So we have 2 frames of our miniatures. Oh, that's new. Mind you, I haven't had many Direchasm sets, so this has probably been old for most of you. But we have a nice nice double wrapped pack of cards. You can see it's got divider, but the warband cards seem to have just slid out. So let's have a look at our models under the close cam first, and then we will look through our cards. So here we have our frames of miniatures. And as you can see, they are rather nicely spread out here and all grouped together so you can find which components go to which model. So we have our character here with the wings sprouting out his back. He's base with the knocked over candelabra. We have Prince Duval standing on top of a fallen maiden statue. Have back of the head there, which clips onto I'm guessing the front of the head there. I love this nice deep crimson, almost blood-like paint plastic they've been molded in. It's really nice. And we have the underside. We can see most of the pegs. A little bit more close-up detail there. And on our second sprue, we have our muscle, and we have our femme fatale. Again, these models look really nice. I like that the guy's boots are all an individual component. They got broken bones and skulls and some stones on the basing. It looks really nice. I love this cape. I don't mind getting that and using that on something else. Maybe a Space Marine character or something. Flip it over. You can see nice filigree on the blades of the female vampire. And how the sword threads through her hair, which is a rather nice detailed piece. The giant black mace. Yeah, rather nice. And let's open up the cards and see what we got. I've had a look through the box and I don't know if this is intentional, but I don't have any instructions with these guys. Not that it'd be hard for me to figure out how to go together, but I think that's a bit of quality control. I've never noticed that much in the way before with Games Workshop. Oh no, there's the instructions. This just goes to show that I haven't been following the game much since Direchasm took over, because this is the first Direchasm warband I've actually bought. It's a nice bit of spare card. So here's our instruction sheet, folded up into the cards. But we can see how our models go together rather nicely and simply. Prince Duval is components 1 through to 10. As usual, Citadel has done an amazing job of sculpting these characters and bringing them to life. Alright, we'll go through the cards. So we've got, this is actually divided up to the unique cards in one pile and the universal cards in the second pile, much like the earlier sets Beastgrave came out in. So we have a little bit more information about the Crimson Court. I'll hold that there for a few seconds. You can pause and read. Beautiful artwork on the back of the Crimson Court. Each of these models looks really menacing and would very easily drain you of all the blood in your body. Ew. So let's have a look at our fighter cards then. So we've got Prince Duval, who is a level 1 wizard. He has the Hunter keyword. He attacks with a Possessed Blade, which is range 1, 3 attack dice, needing hammers, and 2 damage. So he has the Bloodthirst rule. If this fighter has 3 or more hunger counters and has Bloodthirst, he has Bloodthirst and cannot be on guard. Ooh, interesting. So there's a new way these guys are going to be playing compared to some of the other warbands. At the end of the action phase, this fighter has no hunger cards, he inspires. So he has a movement of 4, defense of 1 with acquiring shields, and he has 4 wounds. So his Possessed Blade is -1 dice to a minimum of 1 and +1 damage if the fighter has Bloodthirst. The Curse, at the start of the round, give this fighter 1 hunger counter. The Hunger reaction. After this fighter's attack action, which takes an adjacent enemy fighter out of action. Remove one or more hunger counters from this fighter. So the vampires are obviously fighting against their curse, and there's a lot more different mechanics for these guys to be mastered by the players. So while possessed, he has the Fiendish Lure spell, which is a reaction requiring bolts. Use this after the fighter's attack action takes the target out of action. If cast, choose one enemy fighter within 4 hexes and push the fighter up to 2 hexes closest to this fighter. Then while possessed, he has Lurking Hunger. After an activation, if this fighter has 3 or more hunger counters, he becomes uninspired. Ooh. So we have Aeneas, the Curseborn, who is again a hunter, has Savage Assault, which is a range 1 attack, 3 attack dice requiring swords, and 2 damage. Again, he has the Bloodthirst, and if he has no hunger counters, he inspires. So he has +2 move if this fighter has Bloodthirst. The curse, at the start of the round, you gain a hunger counter, and also your hunger reaction. After this fighter's attack, which takes an enemy out of action, remove 1 hunger counter from this fighter. So he has a movement of 4, +2 if he's bloodthirsted, so that will be 6. A defense of 1, which requiring evades, and 4 health. On the other side, again, you've got Lurking Hunger, and when this fighter makes a move action, he can move through blocked and occupied hexes, and cannot be dealt damage by lethal hexes. He must end his move in an empty hex, though. So his Savage Assault goes from requiring blades to requiring hammers. And he gets 1 extra defense while inspired. So now we have Gorath the Enforcer, who is a wizard, is a hunter. He has the Soulbound Mace, which is a range 2 attack with 2 attack dice requiring hammers, and deals 2 damage. Again, Bloodthirst and inspires as long as he has no hunger counters. He has -1 move to a minimum of 0 and +1 wounds when he has Bloodthirst. Again, he has the curse and the hunger reaction. Movement of 4, 1 defense dice requiring shields, and 4 health. So if he has Bloodthirst, he'll be 5 health, which will be helpful. So you can really take a pounding and also dish it out with his mace. Again, he has Lurking Hunger, and he has a unique spell, the Vile Transference, which is an action spell requiring bolts. If cast, choose 1 friendly fighter within 4 hexes and 1 enemy fighter within 4 hexes. Remove 1 hunger or wound counter from one of the chosen fighters and give it to the other. Oh, interesting. And finally, we have Velaz von Thane. So she attacks with her Paired Blades, which is a range 1. 2 attacks requiring hammers, and deals 2 damage. Again, has Bloodthirst and the Inspire condition of having no hunger counters. Movement of 4, defense of 1 with shields, and has 4 health. So has Paired Blades. You gain Scything if you have the Bloodthirst. You also have the Curse rule and the Hunger reaction rule. And when she's inspired, her blades don't get any different, but they gain Cleave and Ensnare. And this fighter is always on guard, apparently. Or perhaps it's when this fighter is on guard. No, I think it is. This fighter is on guard, so it's always counted as being on guard. Velas entraps her foes in a veritable cage of blades, slicing and moving so swiftly her prey would swear they faced more than a single warrior. Yeah. So it shows how quick she is with her blades. So we'll go through the unique cards. So we got Bestial Transformation, Blood Vial, Dark Glamour, Dark Hunger, Deathly Apotheosis, Driven to Hunt, Mighty Strike, Quicksilver Advance, Startling Competence, Tenebrous Form, Blood Chalice, Deathly Majesty, Enforcer's Cloak, Glutton for Gore, Mirror Duelist, Ripping Claws, Undying Evil, Vampiric Might, Vampiric Speed, Von Marussi Armor. Then we have the glory cards, objective cards. Blood Curse for 3 glory, Courtly Hunt for 1, Crimson Hounds for 1, Death's Domain for 2, Gravelords for 2, On the Chase for 1, Preternatural Speed for 1, Recovered Poise for 1, Red Ruin for 2, Spirited Attempt for 1, Superlative Skill for 1, and Worthy Opponents for 1. Now on to the universal cards. So we've got Blood-Soaked Ground, Bountiful Bait, Claim to Supremacy, Invisible Aspect, Irresistible Hunger, Magnificent Aspect, Momentary Match, Narrowing Passage, Punching Up, Taste for Power, Armed to the Teeth, Awesome Appetite, Famished Familiar, Master of Ways, Prey Bond, Prey Scent, Silent Helm, Soultooth Dagger, Starvation's Grip, Tremendous Maul, and then we have our objective cards. So Channeled Hunger for 1 glory, Disastrous Hunt for 2, Dominant Display for 2, Fatal Underestimation for 1, Leveling Strike for 1, Magical Mauling for 1, Not So Fast for 1, Season of Famine for 2, Skin and Bones for 1, and Supreme Confidence for 1. So there we have the Crimson Court expansion for Warhammer Direchasm. What do I think about this box? I think it's great. I mean, if you like the Soulblight Gravelords, or even the old vampire counts from Warhammer Fantasy, you're going to love this box. They're characterful, there's some nice unique poses, and you've got all the majesty of the vampires, and you've also got a little bit of the bestial side of things. Personally, I would probably go for the Duke Crackmarrow's Warband, because I have a thing. I do enjoy the lore behind the Fleshier Courts. The fact that they are insane cannibals who actually think themselves are to be the highest and mightiest of forms. I really do like that. It's kind of nice. But But I do like the Soulblight Gravelords. They are a nice new faction for Age of Sigmar, and I would probably get into them at some point. But for the moment, I'm happy to paint up these guys and add them to my Warhammer Underworlds collection. So that is it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you want to see more mad content. Also, if you would like to support the channel, there is an affiliate link and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee in the description down below. And there's also links for my social media and my website. So, I've been Merlin. I'm quite mad about painting, and goodbye.